Just one more left, just one more day left in the month of April, and it's on to May, the first weekend of which is always a busy one, and this time around it's a nice one. 2 days left of not so perfect weather, but thereafter we'll ease into a steady run of some really nice conditions, and those will of course start to take place with much anticipation for your weekend. Your tweaked forecast in just a few moments following headlines, including an update and some new information on the McGoffin County Rescue Squad media auction. A reminder about a big event tomorrow for a lot of folks in the community and the surrounding area. And the McGoffin County Fiscal Court meeting set for today was over before it began, rather abruptly with the rap of a gavel. I'll take you to the meeting that lasted, well, technically it didn't even begin. I'll have that report for you in just a few minutes and an explanation, as well as information on a Johnson County couple who has officially been sentenced as it pertains to one of the biggest cases of its kind in pill mill operations in eastern Kentucky. That and much more before I leave you in just a few moments. And before that, election talk is still ongoing in McGoffin County, and as I do on a daily basis for the foreseeable future, I did make a check with the Kentucky Court of Appeals shortly before sitting down. Nothing new to report on that matter. There is, however, a new development facing future Kentucky elections, and it comes after a ruling by the 6th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals. They upheld in entirety an October ruling by the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Kentucky that declared unconstitutional a Kentucky law that bans electioneering within a radius of 300 feet of polling places. And this comes, of course, just a couple of weeks or a little more before the May 19th primary in Kentucky. It's going to be hard-pressed to see exactly what kind of effect this will have on the election process. Kentucky Attorney General Jack Conway is already reviewing this ruling, and he says that the buffer zone from electioneering is an important safeguard against abuse. We have seen it come up in many reports and many elections here on Just Your News Today alone. Secretary of State Allison Grimes, who of course oversees the election process in Kentucky, says that she's going to continue to work closely with law enforcement officials to try to prevent voter intimidation and harassment and make sure all the Kentucky laws are indeed enforced. This case began in the month of June. John Russell, a businessman from Campbell County who was also on the ballot, had signs on his behalf on his personal property in front of his business on election day, and they were removed, I believe, on numerous occasions by sheriff's deputies because even though they were on his private and business property, they were within 300 feet of a polling place. He did take that to court. The 6th Circuit Court held that the state law requiring the buffer zone was indeed unconstitutional, and it was just not clear enough and did not have any type of implement in place to consider private property, so they just deemed it to be too evasive or too broad, and the U.S. Supreme Court has agreed. The Supreme Court has previously upheld, according to published reports, a 100-foot ban. It's going to be interesting to see where they go. It indeed will have an effect, we believe, and of course this takes away the 300-foot zone, if you will. It does not put into place a 100-foot zone in Kentucky. It just takes that away. They are moving quickly to try to get some clarification as to what it means for election time. We'll indeed let you know. McGoffin County Rescue Squad, while I have other headlines rendering, the media auction of which begins tomorrow, right around this time. My schedule might be bouncing around just a little bit. We'll have to wait and see because all the video production that it takes to have that up and going comes from this office. Not so much of it in use here on a daily basis, but some may overlap, and I'll be overseeing that they get all of that indeed in place tomorrow. So we'll have something here tomorrow night. The bottom line is that we hope in some form or fashion, whether you drop by the rescue squad in person, as a whole lot of folks do, turn into local TV or radio, we hope you'll participate and support their life-saving efforts that have been going on for more than 40 years. I also want to make mention, going back to that election report before I hit the go button on Carter Conley, captain of the rescue squad. You can read more. I think that report came from Kentucky.com in regards to the 300-foot election law being tossed. With that said, without further ado, Carter Conley, McGoffin County Rescue Squad, tells us about a whole lot of things up for bid and how we're hopefully and anxiously awaiting your support.
Well, it's countdown time. We're a little over 36 hours, maybe 24 hours countdown time to the 36th annual McGoffin County Rescue Squad media auction. We'll be live from here at the squad building starting tomorrow night, Thursday night 6:30 to 9 o'clock, Friday night 6:30 to 9, and on Saturday 2 to 7 or when we sell out. and we hope to do that and make money. That's why we're here another year. We've been providing services for over 40 years to Magoffin County citizens. We've got some nice stuff that's been since the addition of the lifetime. This is a Marlin 22 caliber and with a scope on it. And this was donated by Herbert Marshall in memory of his wife, Nanny. He said she did not and could not miss an annual auction every time. Make sure the TV was working. So, Herbert, thank you, and sorry if you lost your wife, but this is the memory. If anybody wants to check with Herbert about this gun, here it is, or call him. He also donated a weed eater brand. It's used, but it looks really good, and also a Winchester knife. So Herbert has donated these items in memory of his wife. So thank you very much, Herbert. And we also have a new quilt. It's donated by the Magoffin County Quilt or Friendship Quilters, queen size quilt, and it's valued at $350, and it's a homemade quilt. And if you can see, it's kind of blue. I don't know the pattern. I have to find out what the pattern is, but you can see diamonds. Well, we'll get more information on this when we go on the air. And also, they wanted to make sure everybody knew that it was donated to the squad, and they even put their little reminder in here. Seasonal shop. This is a Mother's Day basket. Now, it's got a price of $245 on it. That doesn't mean that one person, you got a family, several sons and daughters that like to go together and purchase this for your mother. This is on Mother's Day. This is it right here. Also, we have one from UK, from the seasonal shop. All kinds of UK goodies in here for you cat fans out there. So that'll be going up sometime during the auction. From M&M Power Sports, it's a bag. It's also a combination gun bag and then tote bag, whatever you want to put in there. And this fits a UTV now. Gun bag and tote bags in like that. So tune in, WRLV 106.5, Howard's TV cable, channel 15. The newspaper, we got some of these items in today. The cutoff time was today. So as the paper comes out tomorrow and Friday, get a list of your items, and the number is 349-6001. So we're going to look forward to hearing from you tomorrow night at 6:30, live from the squad building at the 36th Annual Magoffin County Rescue Squad Media Auction.
It all starts at 6:30, and as Carter was so glad that interview was over, he'll be just as glad when the event is over itself. It's a significant and major undertaking here. It's more so than just the largest fundraiser of the year for the rescue squad. It has to happen for them to keep their lights on, the trucks running. But it's also, as you heard the testimony from Herbert Marshall's donations, it's become a part of the local culture, and it's an important event. And we'll be on the air tomorrow night at 6:30, same time Friday, then for several hours on Saturday. Channel 15 on Howard's Cable, 106.5. You can see a lot of the items listed in the Syersville Independent, but since then a lot of awesome donations have also taken place. Everything from barbecue grills and the charcoal to go with them, some concrete flower pots there under, dining set, patio set, lawnmowers, weed eaters, food and gift cards and gas cards, and the list does indeed go on. So the bottom line is we hope you'll tune in and support starting at 6:30 tomorrow and Friday nights. We'll be there and hope you can be too. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband. Report concerns a Johnson County couple now officially sentenced for their parts in a peel mill operation that was actually ran in Floyd County, but the whole case began with a traffic stop here in Magoffin County in October of 2011 when a Magoffin County Sheriff's deputy approached a vehicle being driven by Ray Douglas Stapleton. Inside, hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash and tens of thousands of prescription pills. This was that traffic stop on the Mountain Parkway in Magoffin County at a checkpoint at the old toll plaza. Ray Stapleton behind the wheel under the influence of this vehicle in his possession. I think the pill count was about 6,000 to 7,000 prescription pills and a variety of bottles, but the cash count was a little more than $1.2 million. After that, a joint investigation by the FBI, state police, and local authorities, and a subsequent search of his residence turned up another nearly 30 grand. All more than $1.3 million in cash and the pills. Two doctors, Dr. Arney and a Dr. Acosta, allegedly writing prescriptions for anybody who came in and paid them in cash. The doctors receiving upwards of anywhere to $250 an hour. Tens of thousands of pills doled out through the doors of Paintsville Auto and Accident Healthcare Incorporated, which for the most part operated in Floyd County. As a result, the Johnson County couple has officially been sentenced. Ray Douglas Stapleton has received a prison term of 91 months, 6 years of supervised release thereafterwards, while his wife, 49-year-old Tina, has received 49 months in prison with 3 months of supervised release thereafter. And that $1.3 million does make it, we believe, the largest case of its kind as far as seizure and forfeiture, if you will, and in relation to prescription pill activity in the eastern part of Kentucky. Many more headlines to come right now. Calendar announcements brought to you by Magoffin Farm Bureau. And yes, we're starting off with a birthday. Love to do them. Here it is. A happy 32nd birthday, Tanika. Tanika Minix, with a lot of love from Mom, Brian, Jackson, and Houston. Happy birthday to you. We hope you've had a special day. A few reminders on tonight's community calendar. Big yard sale Friday and Saturday, 7 till 3 at the Sayersville Trinity Full Gospel Church. That's about 2 miles up Burning Fork out of Sayersville. Men, women, children's clothing, shoes, toys, home decor, and more. And they hope that you'll stop by and see them at the Sayersville Trinity Full Gospel Church Friday and Saturday. And the Kearney Free Will Baptist Church is having a yard sale and a bake sale Friday and Saturday in front of Town and Country Flowers in downtown Sayersville. They're going to have clothing and books and a whole lot of miscellaneous items. Sale starts at 8. Be there bright and early or anytime throughout the afternoon to find a good deal and something sweet, I would imagine. And they're also picking and grinning this Saturday at 7 p.m. And this invitation comes to you from Pastor Butch Whitaker and everyone over at Kearney Free Will Baptist. Another big fundraising event is hosted by the Magoffin County Extension Homemakers, and it's Friday. You're invited to stop by or carry out a soup bean dinner. Hosted by the Magoffin County Extension Homemakers, it's going to be Friday. It's just $5. All funds go to support the Homemaker Scholarship Fund. That's soup, beans, cornbread, kraut, wieners, fried potatoes, onions, and a brownie. Yeah, I said for just $5. Stop and eat with them or give them a call at 349-3216. A reminder about the big fishing tournament put together by the Sayersville Volunteer Fire Department Saturday the 16th over at Paintsville Lake. Big first prize, $1,000. $1,000 for first place, $500 for second, $250 for third. Other big cash prizes as well, and it's just $100 per boat to enter. Call the fire department at 349-3256 or Chief Howard at 791-3256. And call me absolutely anytime you have a birthday, anniversary, a special calendar announcement. We'll tell everyone about them. You can also, of course, get that to us by mail, phone, fax, email, Facebook, or drop them off here at the studio. Remember, you can always catch the programming here at Your News Today the following day on yournewstoday.com.
In Kentucky, get ready to rock. Nashville recording artist and local singer-songwriter Kyle Douglas is coming to town. On Saturday, May 23rd, the Kyle Douglas Band will be performing at the Magoffin County High School Gym with opening act, Road to Fame winner Jason Goebel and Fusion. Tickets are only $10. The doors open at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 8. There will also be drawings for free CDs and t-shirts.
That's right, the summer kickoff concert featuring Kyle Douglas and some company in the Magoffin County High School. He wants to say thanks to those who have supported him the most. It's Saturday the 23rd. Tickets are just $10. The show starts at 8. At least 2 hours of incredible entertainment. It's one you don't want to miss. History in the making.
When your allergy symptoms are persistent and nothing else has helped, call the Asthma and Allergy Center. We can help. With 5 locations in Eastern Kentucky, we can see you within a week. Call the Asthma and Allergy Center today at 800-852-0171 or visit aacenter.com.
To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband. Of the attempt to have a Magoffin County Fiscal Court meeting earlier today in just a few seconds while it's rendering a reminder, a report that I ran earlier in the week, and on that evening I know that for the Foothills feed at 7 o'clock, not so much 6 and 11, but at 7 o'clock there was a video issue, so we want to run at least a portion of that again tonight about a major event tomorrow, a community health fair. And it's going to take place at the South Magoffin Volunteer Fire Departments. I give you Claudia Hartley, once again, the coalition coordinator for the Big Sandy Diabetes Coalition, and Bertie K. Salyer of the South Magoffin Community Activists, who are building on a wonderful success for the first time around that this event was held just about 6 months ago.
It was an outstanding success. We were really pleased with the number of people that came out to the Health Day last fall. We plan to, as near as possible, make this at least a semi-annual event. And we were so blessed that Big Sandy Healthcare was able to give the expertise of Claudia Hartley to arrange all of this last fall and again this spring. And she has taken the results from the Health Day last fall and expanded it so that there will be added services and some really neat attractions for the Health Day this Thursday. The motto is to plant the seeds of good health, and that's exactly what we want to do, thanks to all of the providers who are going to be there.
We are expecting 17 organizations to be there from across the state, and there's going to be a whole range, extravaganza of free health services, everything from...
Free health services for everybody.
Yes, so everything from diabetes screenings, cancer screenings, cholesterol tests, blood pressure, you can get your vision screened, really the whole range of health services. And in addition to just the traditional sort of physical health services, there'll also be gardening resources there if you want to get your garden going. There'll be behavioral health resources. We'll have kids activities so you can bring your whole family down and they can do some garden planting
and
activities.
Live physicians.
And that's the big, yes, there's actually a doctor and a dentist there. So if you have a concern about your health and you want to sit down with somebody and actually discuss, okay, where am I at with this? A doctor will be there ready to sit down with you. A dentist will be there to check out your teeth, let you know how you're doing. It's just a really great opportunity to get some of those health services that maybe you've been putting off for a while because, in South Magoffin, it can take a while to get to a clinic,
That's right.
And one thing I forgot to mention, which is pretty unique, we have the Kentucky Cancer Program coming, and they are bringing their incredible colon exhibit, which if you haven't seen this, it is a 20-foot long, 10-foot tall, blow-up giant colon that people can actually walk through, and it's a way to help you learn about what a healthy colon looks like and how important preventing colon cancer is. So it's a little unique, it's a little different, but we hope folks will come check it out. It should be real fun. And what's neat is that folks will actually be able, they can go tour the giant colon, and then they can get one of those take-home colon cancer screening kits, take that with them, and if it comes back with an abnormal result, we have a program where they can get a free colonoscopy. So, it doesn't get much easier than that.
And that's wonderful because, getting those colonoscopies before any symptoms appear is almost, the chances of that are next to nothing. So you can know about this before, you'll know about the need for the colon cancer test before you are symptomatic. And that is so important because that is one of the main ways to prevent cancer being a fatal disease.
Absolutely. And one piece of data that I looked up and I thought was interesting about Magoffin County is the county has twice the level of preventable hospital stays compared to the state overall, which to me says that people are getting to the doctor, but by the time they get there, it's already something serious where they have to be admitted. And if you take advantage of events like this and some free services, you can prevent having to have those more serious issues with your health. So we really hope folks will come out and support the event.
And it's all free, something fun for the kids to do as well. And if you need a ride, they can provide it. Call 791-3433. That's 791-3433. I'll be right back. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband. McGoffin County Fiscal Court was to meet in regular session earlier today. As a bit of an intro, let me say this. While I was getting my camera set up and operating and checking all video and audio levels, there was some discussion before the meeting was actually convened. A question brought forth on behalf of Dr. Charles Harden, McGoffin County Judge Executive, to County Attorney Greg Allen. He was questioning and seeking some clarification after an issue had been brought to his attention by District 3 Magistrate of McGoffin County, Matthew Wireman, about the legality of the meeting per his lack of what he said was proper notification of the regular session.
If time does not permit giving 24-hour notice, the notice that is reasonable under the circumstances and calculated to inform the public shall be given the news media and the public. It shall be the responsibility of the county judge executive to prepare and distribute the proper notices.
I understand you did not receive a notice.
No, when the KRS...
Meeting is canceled. It'll
No,
have a special meeting 6 o'clock tomorrow.
After the judge canceled the meeting for today and reset one for tomorrow evening at 6, I did get up with Magistrate Wireman outside of the fiscal courtroom and questioned him about some clarification myself as to what had happened with the notice and the move to cancel the meeting.
We were scheduled to have a special fiscal court meeting today at 4 o'clock. On Monday, I received notice of the meeting, which is well past the 24-hour minimum notice. At that time, there was only 3 items on the business section, and that was the agenda that actually I put on my Facebook page yesterday evening. And I found out this morning, we're getting a phone call from some people, that the agenda had changed and there was additional items on it. Not laying any blame on where the miscommunication was, but I typically get all of my agenda and notices on email, and I had no email yesterday at any time from the fiscal court.
Did you feel strong enough about that you didn't want to have the meeting?
No, if I'm going to take the time to show up at a meeting, I'd like to go ahead and be able to have the meeting. There is items in the administrative code that state that you must have 24-hour notice. The Attorney General, and his guide on open meetings, states that there must be 24-hour notice with the agenda and all the items on it. And there's actually statutes on board that if you attend and participate in a meeting that's not legally called, then you're subject to penalty.
Wireman told me it was his understanding that the item placed on the agenda was in relation to the Sheriff's Department payroll and a supplement of income from the fiscal court to keep them operating and everyone on the payroll through June the 30th. Once again, that meeting has now been set for tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. We'll have a report on the following day. Now to turn to your Licking Valley RECC forecast before we wrap it up this Wednesday. An announcement, there will be no 6 o'clock program on Howard's Cable tomorrow evening in lieu of the McGoffin County Rescue Squad, and I might have some other scheduling issues. We'll wait and see how we can try to make it all work out for the rest of the week, but we hope to be here for all other episodes on all other networks. Nevertheless, 75 today is where I topped out. 45 is where I expect to bottom out tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, and if you're wondering what no WW or A is, I couldn't help myself. No watches, warnings, or advisories in your forecast at this time. Now, that's not without saying we don't have a chance of some showers and maybe a few thunderstorms, but just not enough to warrant any advisories, watches, or warnings. In fact, some isolated showers tonight, but we're talking after 4 a.m. Mostly cloudy skies will move in during the overnight as well, and those scattered showers could be accompanied with some thunderstorms tomorrow and into tomorrow afternoon. A bit cooler, obviously, at 61, a low of 43 tomorrow night, and those showers and the possibility of some thunderstorms will carry into your Thursday evening. Maybe a slight chance of some early showers leading on over into your Friday, but after the noon hour or so, I suspect we'll see nothing but partly sunny skies. Temps right around 64 with a low around 46 that night. And here is your Saturday, the second day of May. 69, mostly sunny on your Saturday. Pretty much perfect. Still a little under par, but no complaints. Temperatures start to get back to where they should be and where we haven't seen in nearly a 2-week period. On Sunday, 74, mostly sunny. Monday, I've got 77, pushing 80 degrees by the time Tuesday rolls around. And if you've been wondering, where's all that warm weather? It's just around the bend. By midweek, we could be pushing the 80-degree mark. For now, that's my time. Thank you for tuning in and being a part of it this evening. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And remember, with the McGoffin County Rescue Squad beginning at 6:30 on Howard's Cable and on 106.5, we'll have programming. I don't know what we'll be working out, but we'll be here with something. Tune in and see what it is. Until then, have a good night.